Yeah, buddy, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see
Let's see.
you.
There we are.
Hey, how are you,
What's
brother?
up, man?
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
How have you been? How's things?
Just living the COVID dream.
You based in
Brutal.
LA?
Yeah, LA is pretty bad right now, man. So,
Really?
yeah, so I'm just enjoying the time with my girls and, trying to keep myself busy without going crazy. How about you?
Yeah, we just sort of came out of lockdown here in Australia, so we have zero cases now. We
Wow.
they went really hard on the lockdown for a number of months there, but now I'm a bit more free, so that's not too bad. How many you got? Two little girls, was it?
I have a little girl who's 3 years old, and then I have another little girl on the way.
Oh, congratulations. When is
Thanks.
she due?
What'd you say?
When is she due to come?
June 23rd.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
a lot of
that's pretty
female
special.
energy.
Yeah? How do you
Yeah,
deal with that?
you know, I'm cool with it. My wife, I have an older sister and my mom, and most of my life, I spent mostly with them. But so I'm cool with the female energy.
So talk to me about Cold War, mate. How did this come about? How did you land the role? Did you know the magnitude of Call of Duty once you landed this role? Like how big this game series was?
No, I had no idea. You
Wow.
know, yeah, I really had no clue. The way let me take these out. The way it worked out was I don't even remember auditioning for it. And they don't tell you what it's for when whenever you do audition. It's like some strange um, name. I think ours was Zeus, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's what Lily said.
And yeah, I didn't even know that I auditioned for it. And then all of a sudden, I got the phone call, and they wanted me to come in. And when I came in, they wouldn't even tell us the name yet.
Mm.
And I was like, all right, well, what are we going to be doing? And they were like, well, you're going to be shooting stuff, and you're a soldier. And I was like, cool. She was like, it could be Call of Duty. I was like, yeah, all right, cool. I don't play video games, so I had no idea the magnitude of it. And then once we started getting into it, everybody started talking about how big of the Call of Duty series is, and how devoted the fans are, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, how it's like the world. And then I started talking to buddies of mine who I never even knew played video games, and they were like, I don't play any video games, but when Call of Duty comes out, I play it, I play the campaign, and then I wait till next year when it opens. I was like, wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome, awesome. So
Uh,
yeah, so that's how it all went down, and then we started shooting all the stuff on stage, and we all the whole cast just kind of fell in love with each other.
I've
Uh,
heard that. I've heard you guys just got along, didn't you?
yeah, there's always, I don't know, can we cuss on this? Can I cuss
Yeah,
here?
yeah, man.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
always an asshole, right?
On
There's
set?
always yeah, there's always an asshole. There's always somebody you're just like, you make, you're able to make the peace and stuff, but they're just an asshole. There wasn't an asshole on this unless it was me, and nobody was telling me. But yeah, we all just the moment we met, we just kind of hit it off, and we were all really comfortable, in the creative process together, and everybody was just really supportive and fun, and yeah, it was tough. It was tough when COVID hit, and we had so much left to do, and it sucked because we had to do it all on our own in our makeshift sound booths instead of doing it all together the way that we all really wanted to do.
Were you scheduled to do more mocap sessions? Like a lot of mocap sessions? Or.
I don't know. I don't know any of the, yeah, I don't know any of the technical stuff, but I'm sure what they did was, took what we had done prior and then just kind of added it into whatever we were going to be doing in those future scenes. There's only been a handful of scenes that I've seen that
Yeah.
people have sent me from that, but all of those, yeah, we did on the mocap stage. But I know Bruce, and I'm sure Da and Reggie had a bunch of stuff that they would have done, and Lily would have done on the sound stage, but weren't able to, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 100%. Now, I was talking to Lily just the other day, and she's definitely a character. She was a lot of fun to talk to. She said, you guys, I wanted to ask you about this one scene. I don't know if you remember it, where she said it was just one take, and you just had one take, that was it. And it was you two back and forth, and she was revealing her scars. Do you remember that scene?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
oh yeah, that was a great scene.
It really was. What was that,
Yeah.
just chemistry coming alive, or what? Talk us
You
through
know,
it.
it's funny because when we first started, um, with the first scene I think we did was the safe house scene where you meet everybody, um, and and I kind of threw a wink at Lily in
Oh, really?
one of the takes. Yeah, and I just felt like
Just
I
off the
don't know,
bat? Just
just
not.
I just kind of, and so the director caught it and he was like, I saw a wink. I was like, yeah, I think Lazar should have a little crush on Park, or on Park, and he was like, yeah. So then we just kind of talked a little bit about it. We just threw it up there, and then Lily was in, she was on board because it just, I don't know, it just seemed funny.
Mm,
um, that this gruff guy would have like this soft spot for her. And
yeah.
then the next time we came in to do some scenes in the soundstage, they had written in a bunch of little lines, and some scenes that involve like that chemistry and relationship that Lazar really wants to have with her. And so then they wrote that scene out, and we reread it, and we were like, this is great. And then yeah, we rehearsed it. You always rehearse a bunch of times before they film it,
Yeah.
and we rehearsed it like maybe just once, maybe
Wow.
once, maybe twice, but we both kind of got it. And
Yeah.
they really liked it. And then we did it once, and they were like, that's it. We were like, all right. And all the
When that
guys.
happens though, like when a director says, "That's it, we got it in one take," do you feel like, "Oh, can I have another go at it?" Or are you just like, "Sweet"?
Oh man, it just depends. If I
Yeah.
feel like they're right, then I'm
Yeah.
I'm down. Let's move on.
Yeah.
But sometimes I want to explore different stuff. I always like multiple takes. That way they can choose.
Mm.
But if you're feeling it and you're like, yeah, that was that was good. Let's move on. Then yeah, and that's kind of how we both felt. We could have done that scene a million times because we both really enjoyed it. But all the guys were off to the side watching us, and they
Oh,
were,
really?
yeah, it was really funny because we got done with the scene, and they're like, they were clapping and hollering, and you know,
Stirring you up a bit?
yeah, we just knew we had a good scene, that we did. I'm glad it made game because we really enjoyed it.
Yeah, oh no, a lot of people enjoyed that. Is it when you're on a movie set compared to a game set, and you're doing multiple takes or this and that, like I guess there's a difference here where if you're in a show or a movie, you can watch the playback or you can watch the monitor. Whereas in a game, you can't really watch your performance back, can you? Or is there a way to do that?
I mean, you watch it back, yeah, because
Okay.
so what they do is once they cut, what they do is they have a couple screens. One screen has basically you in character and what, like, how it
Oh,
looks,
okay.
and then the other screen is real life and us doing it. So you can watch what you're doing. It actually, we got more of a chance to do it, to watch it like that than I ever do on film or TV sets ever.
Yeah, because when I talk to actors, they always say they don't really want to watch themselves back. That takes it out of them. It takes it out of the experience. Are you the same, or do you like watching your stuff
Uh,
back? And
it's a double-edged sword because
yeah,
I like watching it back just to see, you know, on my, we're all our toughest critics. So just to see if there's like some slight variation that I could do, if I'm, if the camera's here and I'm looking at the wrong eye to where it's more profile as opposed to being straight on, stuff like technical stuff. But then, yeah, if you watch it, you can be a little too hard on yourselves, and especially, TV, they don't have time. They don't have time for you to be okay with what you see. That's why that's why you have to have a director you trust, because they're your conduit to feeling good about the work that you're doing. There'll be days, there's been days in my career where I've gotten in my car after set and I'm just like down. I'm just down, like, man, I just don't think that I got that scene. I don't think that it worked, and I'm just,
because you didn't get enough time.
What's up?
Because you didn't get enough time?
No, just because, I don't know, just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
And then you watch it and you're like, yeah, it's great.
It was good. Yeah.
Like, whatever. You know what I mean? You're as a creative, you're hard on yourself about stuff like that, or at least I
am. I had to ask you about Suits because it's one of my favorite shows, and I know you were in one episode. What was that a thrill for you? Were you a fan of the show? What was that like on set for that show? I know you've done plenty of movies and TV, but that particular show I was a big fan of, so I just wanted to ask you quickly.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, Toronto, first of all, is a great city. And I got to be there for a couple weeks, and it was a lot of fun. And everybody was very welcoming and really great to work with. And they move really fast, and they light their sets. It's really dark, and I love it.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it makes it feel much. It gives a reality to it that you really don't get sometimes when things are just like lights are everywhere and they're in your face. Yeah. And it was a character that I actually hadn't gotten to play before, where he was, tough as nails, smart, fast, faster talking, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I've never watched the show.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, but I knew that I needed to talk fast. So
yeah, you definitely need to talk fast.
You need to talk
That's
fast.
for sure.
That even my fastest isn't as fast as a lot of people. So,
do they actually say speed up or what? Like, how do they? Because they fly by the dialogue in that show. That's for sure.
Well, I knew when my manager said it to me, he was like, you need to talk fast. I was like, all right. And he was like, no, I need you to talk fast. I was like, all right, good, I'll do it. I did it. It worked out. But man, that's a lot of fun. People really love that show, and the actors are really great in it. Really great. Yeah. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
You remember, switching back to Cold War again? You'll probably remember. Well, you haven't played the game, but in the game, there's you can either save Park or Lazar, and obviously, look, I saved Lazar, so don't worry.
Of course you did. Thank you. Yeah, you probably said the same thing to Lily, right?
I actually told Lily that I saved Lazar, and she's like, you know what? I don't blame you. He's a hunk of a man. He's a nice guy. People in the chat are asking who you would save. I think it's obvious. I think who you would save, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I would save her.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Come on, guys. Look,
you selfish?
Lazar's great, but Parks, she's a badass, man. You'll probably get more out of saving her than you would out of Lazar.
Well,
one thing I'm a little pissed about, is that I saw one of the actors sent us, a clip and showed Park after Lazar died, and she didn't give a shit. She didn't care at all.
I know.
Like, he'd been putting in some time with her.
I know.
And she could give a shit after he died. I just felt like that was a little hurtful, a little painful, you know.
And you know what? I like that if you save Lazar, there's an ending to the game where um, the character you play as Bell turns bad, and you end up killing Adler and Lazar and Woods. And when you're shooting Lazar, he says he's trying to turn you back good. He's the one character that's trying to like convince you not to do what you're doing. I like that touch.
Oh, really? I didn't even know
Yeah,
that's what happened.
yeah. It's just a couple of dialogue, couple of lines, but it's sort of like the only one that's trying to convince Bell. So I like that characterization, that sort of stuff. I really enjoy. But touching on Justin here says, tell Damon that I didn't save either of them. I just left them both to die. Well, thanks Justin.
Thanks, selfish Justin.
Tell us more about the set. Do you remember any funny moments? I know it was limited time, but do you remember any funny moments or stories that you could share, or just what it was like to work with these guys for the time you got with them? Because I know the camaraderie on this set was really good.
Yeah, I mean, it was in the beginning. I showed up for the first day, and I'm waiting outside of the studio, and Lily shows up, and she's got like tights on and like leg warmers from the 80s on down her ankles. And she's like, and she just looked like like her hair was in like a pigtail or something. I was like, well, who is this girl that's showing up? Who is this person? And it was really funny.
And you'd never met.
No, I'd never met her before.
Yeah.
And then, a lot of fun stuff happened when we went up to Wisconsin to Raven to do a bunch of training with those guys. And it was me, Damon Allen, Bruce, and Reggie. And we had so much fun. And they were, Damon Allen, we went to dinner one night, pre-COVID, and we went to dinner one night, and Damon Allen makes friends with some dude at the bar and ends up buying cheese out of his trunk of his car, and then brings it in. He opens up like the cellophane. What? It just reeks. I mean, it just smells. He's just digging in. He's just offering everybody some of his cheese that he got from some dude in the trunk of his car. Only in Wisconsin can that happen. And then one night, one night we all went out to have dinner and a drink, and my stomach, I ate something wrong. So the whole rest of the weekend, or the week that we were working, I was just off. So we were doing like gun training, doing all this stuff, and every like 15, 20 minutes, man, I throw the gun down and run to the bathroom, and they were like, dude, we can't bring Damon anywhere.
That must have been random.
We just had a lot of fun, and and Chris Payne Gilbert and Piot and those guys, like we just had a lot of fun, a lot of goofing around. It was great.
And this isn't your first game, is it? You've done you were Nemesis, is that right, in Infinite?
Yeah, but that I just did the voice for.
Yeah.
And then for Red Dead Redemption, I did a bunch of like the townsfolk and.
Oh, really? Wow.
I think a sheriff, and yeah, that was cool. That was fun. That was good.
Oh,
It's a fun game. A lot of people like that game, don't they?
Oh yeah, that's a big game. That's how many days did you record that? Was that a 1 day thing? Was that a multiple day thing? Red Dead?
That was just 1 day.
1 day? Yeah.
Yeah, they had me in the booth. They had my face geared up.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And then I just did one full day, I think, of like 10 hours, 10 hours.
So just those two games?
Yeah, just those two, I think.
Yeah, you have done a lot.
No, not a lot of games, man.
Do you want to do more games, or do you want to stick to TV and film, or like just whatever, like just more work?
I mean, when you got a family, you got to work. So whatever comes my way. But I love the video game, especially the performance capture, because
Yeah.
that's as close to being on stage as you get, as doing a lot of TV and film, because you have this huge area to work with, and you get to be creative. And not only that, but the auditions for video games and stuff like that are a lot of fun, because you get to be really creative, and you have to create your own world. I think even more so than you do in TV and film, you know.
Yeah.
And there's really there's no marks that you have to hit. Like, you're just able to
No.
move, and it's awesome, man. It's a lot of fun.
Reaper in the chat says, "I love Red Dead Redemption 2. Appreciate your work a lot, honestly."
Appreciate
So,
it.
I wanted to ask you as well, Damon. How did it work? Like doing the lines at home, did you have your own little recording booth that you ad hoc like created, or you already had one, or what?
My closet. So,
Yeah,
which
I've heard that.
it's not my closet, my wife's closet, basically.
Yeah.
Um, I got to move all of her shoes and shit off the ground, and then I lay down like a big fur rug or a blanket on the
Yeah.
ground, put up my stuff, and then I
Yeah.
close the doors, put a blanket over that. It gets hot in there. It is hot.
It would, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you're doing like 6-hour sessions, man. It's brutal.
And you
Because
can't put a fan or anything because that'll distract from the noise,
that's
won't it?
right.
Yeah.
And you can't have you can't have your AC running or anything like that. So it gets hot. But it was
Yeah.
fun, man. I think Lily had to do something really creative. She had to get like under her bed or something. She had to do something really strange.
Yeah. She said she had blankets and all sorts of
Yeah,
shit around her.
yeah. I think Bruce and Piat might be the only ones that have like booths in their places. I know Bruce has one. It's pretty cool. Um,
Yeah.
but he's Master Chief now, and all that stuff. Right?
He's got a nice voice, doesn't he, that man?
Yeah, he does. He does.
But I got to
Uh,
say, you're not too bad yourself either. I mean, I can hear a little bit of Lazar now, but you're definitely putting something on to get to him. Was that a hard voice to, like, how did the character come about? Did you need any direction, or did it just come to you, or how did it work?
well, when we talked about it, because I mean, I'm Syrian. I'm half Syrian, so I've always
Oh, okay.
had an Arabic accent in my wheelhouse, and it's kind of
Oh,
a
wow.
nondescript one. And I did it for NCIS for years, and so when I talked to them about Lazar, their main thing was that he doesn't really talk unless spoken to. And when he does speak, it's very deep and kind of quiet. Um,
Yeah.
so I just kind of toned it down a little bit from my normal voice, and then just added, some deeper texture, which was tough because, you need to project a good bit. And I think, Bruce is really good about that. He has a deep voice that's really clear and projected. And that's difficult,
Mm.
man. That's God-given talent, also a lot of hard work to get it
Yeah.
exactly the way it is. So, listening to him and talking to him, you learn a lot.
Is it something
Learn a
you can
lot.
just turn on right now at the flick of a dime?
And well, Damon, what do you want to know? You want to talk about Park, or you want to talk about how Lazar is sad that Park left him, didn't care whether he died or whether he lived? I liked her very much, but his life.
Well, that answers that question.
Yeah, I mean, it takes. I mean, that was rough. That was rough, but
Well, it
it's
has been
just
a while, yeah.
rehearsing, and then you start doing it, and then you stop listening to the voice,
Yeah.
when you're doing stuff. A lot of my Australian friends who have American accents, they say that it takes them a second. They got it, but then once they start to do it and they're a little bit more comfortable after a little bit of time, you stop listening to your own voice.
Yeah, it's funny in Australia because they're all so conditioned to have American accents that when they come back to Australia to do Australian movies, they find it weird to do their natural accent
Right.
again.
Can you do an
Do you know?
American accent?
Oh, you put me on the spot now. Demon, how you doing, man?
That's pretty good.
No, that is not good. That is not good. Um,
Pretty good.
that's why I'm the interviewer, not the voice
Ah,
actor. Um, so you got any plans to play this game at all? Come on, man. You might like gaming. Have
man,
you
I
given it a
know.
shot?
Let me
Is
tell you
that why?
something. But I like being married more. My wife, if it's one thing if when we started dating, if I was already a gamer, and that
Yeah.
was something that she had to get used to, or just accept. But man, like starting gaming when we've been married after 5-6 years, I think she divorced me in a heartbeat. And man, when you get yeah, we have a small quaint house, and like my daughter, with the little ones running around. There's just no time, man. I wake up about 5:30 every morning to get about an hour and a half of my own time in every day,
Yeah.
or before the girls wake up. It's the only way that I can stay sane.
What
I
will you
don't know.
do? What will you do in that time? Do you like read, meditate, chill out? What do you have any rituals?
Well, I wait. I make my coffee. I listen to some music, whatever I'm feeling that day, while I make my coffee, and then I'll turn on sports for about
Yeah.
for about a half hour, just to kind of and then I stretch, um, and
Yep.
then do some push-ups and stuff like that. And then for the last like 15 minutes, I'll meditate. Turn off the TV, and if it's nice outside, I'll sit out in my front yard and meditate. Otherwise, I'll just do it on my couch.
Does that
Uh,
help you? How long have you been doing that?
been doing it for a couple of years. Yeah, it really. I mean, some days it's better than others, but it just
Yeah.
gives me a bit of a ground. I have a lot of things going on in my head early in the morning, and
Yep.
so if I can just focus those and just kind of actually forget about them for just about 10 minutes, it
Mm.
really makes a difference. And it's stuff, like before I go into a scene, I do a little ritual where I take some deep breaths and clear my head a little bit, because when sometimes you have a lot going on in your head of how the scene should go and how it should go, how it should work, what what places to hit. And if you take a moment to just let all of that go,
Yep.
it seems more fluid. It seems more
Yep.
fluid. Yeah.
What sports? What are your top sports over there in LA?
And
Baseball, NFL, NBA.
well, I do fantasy football, and
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why you're not a gamer. You're a
Oh
fantasy.
man,
That's where the time's going, eh?
brutal,
Now it makes
brutal.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I do that. I do that. I follow football anyway, and then I watch a lot of basketball. I played basketball growing up.
Yeah.
Um,
Who do you
so
support?
what's up?
Who do you go for?
I'm a Spurs fan because I'm from Texas.
Yes.
Yeah, are you a Spurs fan?
I'm Spurs as well, baby.
All right. Why? Why are you a Spurs fan?
Well, I came to a point when I was about 13 where I'm like, I've got to pick a team. I've got no affiliation with anyone. I just love Tim Duncan. So I just went with the Spurs. That was literally why I went for them. Just because of
And
him. So,
and you got Mills on that squad now. He's
yeah,
doing
now we've got
well.
Mills, who's Aussie. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I
that's my
just
reasoning. I don't have any attachment to San
my
Antonio or anything.
when I lived in Texas, the guy that I worked for at the time had season tickets to the Spurs, and so I'd get to go every once in a
Oh,
while.
nice.
Man, it was I really liked it. And Popovich, the head coach, I
Yeah.
just I just love I love the person he is, the coach he is. I
Oh,
think,
he's got to be one of the best coaches of all
yeah,
time,
he's
hey?
just a top-notch human being.
Yeah,
Um, and
yeah,
I like that. I gravitate towards that.
yeah, 100%. So, any other projects on the horizon for this year that you could talk about or anything like that?
Yeah, well, I'm hoping to find out here pretty soon. I did an HBO Max pilot called Redbird Lane in December.
Ooh, wow.
Hopefully, we'll find out if we get picked up.
And if you
Uh,
do, are you a regular?
I'm not. I'm not. I do a recurring
Okay,
on it, so
okay.
I'll do some episodes, and but
Well,
it's a
that's good.
really cool, um, you know, psychological thriller that has Susan
Nice.
Sarandon and has Danny Houston in it, Kiersey Clemens. It's really cool idea. Um, so excited.
HBO, I tell you what, they don't make a bad show.
I know, I know, I
They
know.
literally do not make a bad show. Everything I've seen is
We've
awesome.
been watching Yellowstone. You've been watching
Yeah, yeah.
Yellowstone. You seen that?
I just got into it actually.
Yeah, it's
Funnily
like
enough.
Sons of Anarchy meets Cowboys.
Yeah,
I like that.
that's Taylor Sheridan, I think, who
Yeah,
created that. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. He's
yeah,
awesome. I love him.
yeah. He did Sicario, and what's the one with Chris Pine? You remember that? Where
Hell or High Water.
Hell or High Water.
Is that it? Yeah,
Yeah, that's great.
yeah. I think that's the one. But
Yeah,
yeah. So I know, like, because I know that once the game wraps up, once you've done your last lines, do they say hope? Like, what do they say? Do they say hope to see you in the next one? Do they like because the Call of Duty? There's usually a sequel to these sort of
right.
games. So how did they? Do they give you a hint like, oh yeah, you might be back, or is it just you just don't know?
Oh man, I mean, even if they did, I couldn't tell you. You know,
I have to try, man. Come on, I
yeah.
have to try.
Uh,
I don't want to get you in trouble though, so it's all
no,
good.
you gotta hope that maybe you come back at another dime because it's such a good game, and
Yeah,
if you're able to, that's how lucky are you?
yeah.
So we'll see, we'll see. Right?
But the thing is, are you not dead or alive? Because depending on the player's choice, you could be dead. Do you know what I mean? I was saying this to Lily. Like, how would that work?
You know, and what did Lily say?
She had no idea either. She's like, yeah, that's a tough one because people like Sims, he's still alive no matter what ending you get. Same with Woods and Mason, or
Right.
yeah, most of the endings. But with Park and Lazar, it's just a funny one because you can't. One of them has to die no matter what.
Well, I think that's up to you guys. I think you
Yeah,
guys are the ones that need to, let Activision know that Park and Lazar have to come back. You
yeah,
know, I don't know how it works, man. I don't know how they do all. I really have no idea how they accomplished what they did. I mean, to put it into perspective, to do what they did during a global pandemic
oh
and
yeah, it's
to be
crazy, isn't
able
it?
to pull it off as well as they did, you know, um, I think that's so impressive. But yeah, all that stuff, it's as an actor, man, all that stuff, it's all out of your hands. All you can
Exactly,
do,
yeah. You can just put in your performance, yeah.
that's right. Any actor, any young actor, like you just have to realize that all of that stuff, it's out of your hands. All you can do is go in and do your job and hope
Yeah.
for the best. You know,
No, 100%.
yeah.
Um, Marcus Dan the Man asks, can we hear a speed cola speeds up your life in the Lazar voice? He's donated $5. He says, can we hear speed cola speeds up your life?
Speed collar speeds up your life. Is
It's a
that it?
zombie line. I don't know if you remember doing all the zombie lines. They're like one-off lines from Lazar. He says your voice is very soothing. He says speed cola speeds up your life in the Lazar voice.
But that's the line. speed collar speeds up your life.
Speed cola.
Speed cola
Yeah,
speeds
speeds
up
up
your
your
life.
life. Yeah.
All right.
I know it's a weird
speed,
line, but
speed cola speeds up your life.
that's good.
Close.
That's
That's
good.
close enough.
That's pretty good, man. Before I let you go, any advice for young actors or anything like that? Any advice? Because you've been in the business for a while, you've done a bunch of shows, some really good shows and movies. So, and now Cold War, you've ticked all the boxes. Any advice?
Oh man, there's so much advice. I mean, you
Where do you
only
start?
well, I mean, only do it if you have to do it.
I hear that a lot.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, look, it's easy. It's really easy when it's just you. But when you have when you have family, when you have kids, the you know
Takes a strain.
it
Yeah.
takes a strain sometimes, and unless you're really lucky, really talented, to be able to sustain, it's tough. Um, don't I think Clooney said, if you can't give it 10 years, don't give it a day. If you
Wow.
can't give your career 10 years, then don't try it, because unless you're that 1% or less than 1% that just knock it out of the park immediately, it's going to take some time for you to develop your
Mm.
craft and also to develop your career. Um, but man, I mean, there's no better job to me, So,
Yeah.
um, if that's how you feel, then fuck yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Um, you know, failure, you're going to fail a bunch of times in life, so you might as well just go for it full tilt, and hopefully you'll be a success. You know.
And I don't know. You tell me if this is a question you don't want to answer, but like, out of how many auditions do you think you've had over the years that you haven't landed? Do you know what I mean? Just to give someone a perspective on how much hard work goes into it.
Hundreds,
Yeah.
hundreds of auditions, and you don't hear a no,
You don't
right?
even hear anything. Yeah.
You just don't hear anything.
Yeah.
Your job is to go in and do your interpretation of that character, and if you choose to pay me, you choose to pay me. But this is what I'm bringing. um, and I think, yeah, you do hundreds and you just don't hear a no, and that can fuck with you.
Yeah.
That'll fuck with your psyche, man. At least when you go in for a job interview, you hear a no, and maybe they
Mm.
found something else, but that can fuck with you. And especially ones you get every once in a while, you'll get
That
an
you're really
audition
excited for.
that you're really excited for, and you put a ton of time into it, and
Mm.
you really want to play this character. And those are sometimes those are the ones that you never get a call back. You never get a no or a reason behind it. I mean,
Yeah.
some of the auditions that I put the least amount of time into are the ones that I that I
That you
end
get.
up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you
That'd be
just
right. Yeah.
make a choice and you just go with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, hundreds, man, hundreds.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Your wife's an actor as well, I believe.
Yeah,
Or am I
she
wrong?
was. She
She
was.
was.
She was very successful. She had a really great career.
Yep.
Um, but man, she just, she fell out of love with it.
Oh,
You know,
really? Yeah.
yeah, she reads with me on all my auditions, and she's awesome. She's one of the few people where the camera, she's just as beautiful in person as she is on camera. The camera loves her. And she really pops. But yeah, man, it was time for her to move on. Now she's a very successful esthetician, here in Beverly Hills, and you know
Wow.
she has a great career now, and I think for her that was the best choice for her life. You know,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, as an actor, you fall in and out of love with not necessarily acting, but you fall definitely out of love with the business.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and so it's inevitable, you know. And so it's, that's why, meditating in the morning and
Yeah.
is
Crucial.
key, because you have to get in the right mindset to start your day,
Yeah.
and be thankful. A lot of things to be grateful for, especially nowadays. There are so many families out there that are hurting right now and have lost significant others, and it's a really tough time. So you got to be thankful for all the blessings that you have.
Justin says, "Tell Damon I wasn't selfish. I didn't want those two to die alone. That's why I didn't save either of them."
Yeah, whatever makes you feel better, Justin. Whatever makes you feel better about yourself, leaving two people behind. Yeah, right.
Oh, well, thanks for taking the time today, man. I really, really appreciate it. Some really good insights. Reggie's actually in the chat now as well. He says, this fucking guy, Reggie Watkins, who plays Sims.
That fucking guy.
That fucking guy.
Oh man, with his clean Air Jordans. He's always got the cleanest Air Jordans you've ever seen. We're in Wisconsin, and it's snowing outside. He's got his perfectly clean Air Jordans on.
He says, I love you, bro, and LeBron is the GOAT.
you know. First of all, I love you too, Reggie, very much. LeBron could be the GOAT. Could be the GOAT.
I was thinking the other day, because they're probably going to win again this year, aren't they? Let's be honest.
I don't know,
Like,
man. I
no?
don't know. They definitely could.
Yeah.
Reggie thinks they will. But this is a long season. If one of those two guys gets hurt, it's over for them.
True.
Uh,
True.
but I don't know, man. I mean, Jordan he's the greatest winner of all time. So it's tough. He's like,
So you're on the Jordan camp?
I don't know. To me, it's kind of like Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers to me is the best quarterback I've ever seen play, but Tom Brady is the biggest winner of all time. So it's like it's a tough choice, man.
Well,
Tough
going off
choice.
stats or going off how they played? Is that what you
Well,
mean?
I mean, just how they play. I would want
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers as my quarterback just because I've never seen anybody like play that position the way he does.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is a close second, but Tom Brady's just a winner. Everything he does is about winning. And
So how many more wins? How many more championships would LeBron need for you to go into his camp, or would no stat help? You're the Jordan, because I probably swing towards Jordan as well, to be honest.
you know, it's just because it's that's a piece of my childhood.
Yeah, I
Jordan
know. Yeah,
Jordan was God, man. He was God.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I wore Jordan underwear. You know what I mean? Like everything was Michael Jordan. And so look, realistically, I mean, you take the sentimentality out of it. LeBron is probably the greatest all-around player. Right? He can
Yeah,
he can shoot, he can assist, he can rebound. He's done unbelievable. He's taken like, however many teams to the finals year in and year out. He's probably the greatest all-around player.
yeah.
But man, you're never going to sell me on
Yeah.
on him
Who's your
being
favorite Spurs player? Just quickly.
all time.
Yeah.
Bruce Bowen,
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah.
because he was an asshole, and he
Entertaining.
he would just throw people off their game, and I don't know. I just like it, and I like him as a commentator because he wears his bow tie all the time, and there are a few men in the world that can
Hey, yeah.
pull off a bow tie. I mean, who the fuck can pull off a bow tie? Can you pull off a bow tie?
No way. Yeah, you're
man,
right,
me
actually.
neither. Me
Yeah,
neither.
that's tough.
Yeah, that's tough. Manu Ginobili, I think, will probably be second, just because.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was fearless. I love Tim Duncan, but I don't know, man. He was just fearless.
Yeah.
But then there would be times where he would do something so stupid that you're yelling. You're yelling.
That's why I wouldn't put him up there, just for that exact thing. Yeah.
But man, you never saw him coming. Like he doesn't look like much, and then all of a sudden he's dunking on your head.
He looks a bit like an accountant, but when he plays, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Who's your favorite?
Oh, probably Tim Duncan. Yeah, probably
Yeah.
Tim. But I did like Parker. I know people think he's overrated, but that was when I sort of grew up around that era. So
Overrated? I don't think so.
no, I don't think so either. No, definitely not.
No.
All right, mate. I really appreciate your time. Hopefully, we'll get you back for the next Call of Duty when you're in that as Lazar again. And but thank you for taking the time, man. And for everyone out there, you can follow Damon on Instagram. What's your Instagram handle, Damon?
Instagram and Twitter at Damon Dayoub.
Too easy.
Pretty easy.
Too easy.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful. Got much planned for the rest of the day?
I'm on daddy duty, buddy. Yeah, I'm on daddy duty.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So, maybe watch a little Frozen this afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
Not Frozen 2, just the first one? On repeat?
Yeah, on repeat. Every morning I wake up. That's why I have to listen to music, because every morning I wake up with a different Frozen song in my head. All you parents out there with little girls, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a swing set. Who knows? What about you?
Well, I'll tell you. Well, Frozen. I didn't know this, but it's actually the most sold Blu-ray of all time.
Is it really?
Did you know that? The most sold DVD Blu-ray ever. There's a fact for you.
Who has Blu-rays? I couldn't tell you the last time I watched a DVD.
I know it's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, my daughter likes to pick winners, and that's what she did.
All good, man. No, appreciate your time. We'll have to do it again. Thanks so much, man.